stay down on the wheel. A big thing for the prayer. Salt pack food, got the flavors. Boy, man, still be my neighbor. 613, bring the favorite. It got that good like Cater. Blocking on label. Nate G-Val got a pay up. Still stay down on the wheel. A big thing for the prayer. Salt pack food, got the flavors. Boy, man, still be my neighbor. 613, bring the favorite. Yeah, got that good like Cater. Exclusive commodity, we got control. This is monopoly. Never repelling division and proper, no lower on top of me. It's cousin, I chop it. House in a rocket, I am the pop. Never get weary, I ask for the answer and get it up there. Can't Google your who, and just Google me louder, you see how I serve. True like I'm nervous, I am a stoner. Posted on Acorn. Lingo, strong, nickel tablet, phone that light, ooh, I am a maverick. Pressure applied, bullet out weighing me and the God. Well, every time my life look pretty good when you go the true route. Thumb and Genesis numbers, rocking this E5, preach from the east side. Doing fanatic, they say that I'm crazy, the poor really padded. The kingdom we added and go through the process to get it established. Skip through the madness and burn through the sadness, they know I ain't capping. The rule out the captain and show me some things that I never imagined. I am no savage, I am a gentleman, make it a classic. That finally get cut off in half, like Tiffany Harris. Struggle on blocking on lil. Nate G-Val got a pail. Still stay down on the wheel. A big thing for the prayers. Salt pack food, got the flavors. Boy, man, still be my neighbor. 613, bring the favorite. It got that good like Cater. Blocking on lil. Nate G-Val got a pail. Still stay down on the wheel. A big thing for the prayers. Salt pack food, got the flavors. Boy, man, still be my neighbor. 613, bring the favorite. It got that good like Cater.
Barak Yahuwah, Bahashem Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the 12 Ba'it of Yahuwah, scattered abroad. May Yahuwah Barak us, keep us, forgive us, have mercy and grace on us, and bring us shalom in these last days, and teach us how to stick together and love each other, and forgive other people and love other people in these last days so we can inherit his kingdom. You know, the greatest commandment I see in the manuscript is love. Not love of the flesh, not love how mom and daddy taught us, but love according to this manuscript, meaning it must be backing us up in all our ways, all our thoughts. You know, he say, be angry and sin not. So I'm just asking the Ruach to guide and lead me wherever he want to lead and guide me to. And we're going to start off with Isaiah chapter 3. All right. This prophecy. And he say, for behold, Yahuwah, Aluah, Tishabaot of hosts, do take away from Yerushalayim and from Yahudah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water, the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the Nabuah, the Nabi, and the prudent and the ancient, these wise people, the captain of 50 and the honorable man. That's somebody like me, an honorable man, the upright, a righteous man, like the Bible say. Barak is the man that find wisdom. All right? He didn't say Baruch is the man that got money, got nice houses, you know, got a lot of women, got a lot of clothes, look good. He say Barak is the man that find wisdom. Chakma, that find wisdom. But who hate wise men? Who hate wise women? We gonna continue. And the counselor and the cunning artificer and the equivalent orator. Verse 4, Isaiah 3 and 4. And Yahuwah will give children to be their princes, and babies shall rule over them. How children calling the shots in the house, and the parents scared to put the children in order, is what he's saying. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. That's why when you go to the hood, people being oppressed by his neighbor. Your neighbor can be up under your own household too. That can be your neighbor. All right? Is anybody around you? If they ain't treating you good, treating you right, then they could be an enemy to you according to the scriptures. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient and the base and against the honorable. That's a rebellious child. Talk back to the mama. Hate the daddy, you know. disrespectful. And that's one thing I hate, a disrespectful child and a parent who think it's funny. Verse 6, and when a man shall take hold of his brother's house, of his father, saying, you have clothing, be you our ruler, and let this ruin be under our hand. And that day shall he swear, saying, I ain't no healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of this people. I ain't got nothing to call my own. So how could I be a ruler or call myself a king? Barak Yahuwah. Verse 8, for Yerushalayim is ruined, talking about his people. And Yehuda is falling, talking about his people, not some church building. We represent the church. He's supposed to be dwelling in us, living in us. Barak Yahuwah. Because their tongue and their doings are against Yahuwah, to provoke his eyes, to provoke the eyes, right, of his esteem. The show of their countenance do witness against them, and they declare in their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe, woe is a bad word. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. They want to go to church on the wrong day. They getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. Then they getting ready to celebrate all these pagan holidays that's not in the manuscript. So who told you that he was born on December 25th? That's a fable. Who told you Easter Sunday was Passover? That's a fable. That's the doctrine of men. See, we keep his feast days in Leviticus chapter 23. You know, Passover, Day of Atonement, blowing the trumpet, Sukkot, Feast of Tents, Feast on Unleavened Bread. You know, we keep those feast days, brothers and sisters. All right. Verse 10, Isaiah 3 and 10. Say you to the righteous, that it shall be well with them, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. The fruit represent this word. So whatever you putting out there for the people, that's what you're going to get in return. It's a harvest getting ready to come up. So, you know, people just trying to reap their harvest and reap the reward, brothers and sisters. You know, we supposed to be working for Yahuwah's kingdom, working for our Father who sits up on that throne, and our, you know, big brother who sits up in that sky, Yahuwah Yahusha, you know. Verse 11, he say, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given unto him. Somebody wicked, if you don't keep the commandments of this manuscript, the Most High look at people as wicked. I can't hate nobody. I can hate sin. I can hate their spirit. I can let somebody know when they mistreat me and doing me wrong. I can let them know that. As for my people, children are their oppressors. You got child support. Okay? You got the children oppressing the parents, is what this man's saying. He says, for his people, children oppress them and tell them what to do. All right? And women rule over them. Talking about the men. The women want to rule and run the man. They don't know they role. They don't know how they roll in Yahuwah's house. A lot of men don't know they role in the Father's house, but they know they roles in their earthly houses, in their earthly vessels. A lot of people ain't got no faith. They just believe what they can see right now. But the ones who got faith, we believe and we wait on his kingdom. Because we spiritual beings. We ain't earthly and fleshly. He say be in the world, but don't be of the world. Because if you are the world, you're going to be at war with the Most High. Meaning with his spirit. Barak Yahuwah. Oh, my people, they which lead you, cause you to err, and destroy the way of your path. Talking about these pastors now. Who saying they preachers, and they reverends, and they bishops, but they liars. They want your money. They don't care nothing about your soul. Yahuwah don't care nothing about your money. Tithes is food. So try carrying some food up in the church house and getting it to the preacher man. See how many preachers y'all have then. But y'all will say, this my pastor. My pastor say, well, I tell you, your pastor, he a lie. And ain't no truth in him. Barak Yahuwah. Let's jump down to verse 13. O Yahuwah, stand up to plead and stand to judge the people. So it's a judgment going to be going on. And Yahuwah is going to be the judge, and his children is going to be the judges of this earth. His children going to be the battle axes. His children going to be his teeth. He going to use Yahuwah to break people in pieces. This ain't going to be some fairy tale. There's going to be a lot of blood getting shed. Yahuwah will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people. I'm going to read that again. Yahuwah will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof. For you have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. These folks got rich off slavery, oppression, lying, deceiving us, mistreating us. And they taught us to hate. They taught us to hate. See, hate is a spirit of the adversary. Killing is a spirit of the adversary. Lying and deceiving people and hurting people, that's the spirit of Satan. Yahuwah tell you the truth. He speak his mind. He don't care about your feelings. And when you go to speak in your mind and not care about people's feelings, but caring about their soul and their salvation, they hate you. You be the main man be hated by the people say, hey, I love you. If Yahuwah didn't give up on me and my mess and he tell me to have patience with people, well, that's what I got to do. Have patience with people. And he'll send them to his light. I ain't forcing nobody and I ain't trying to force feed nobody. What I know is he taught me. He my teacher. I learned from him. And he allowed me to do what I'm doing by the spirit that he put on me. His Ruach HaKodesh. This ain't no Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit. This the set apart spirit. This the Ruach of fire. All right. Barak Yahuwah. Verse 15. What mean you that you beat my people into pieces? See? And grind their faces. Grind the faces of the poor, said Yahuwah. Shabbat. He said, moreover, Yahuwah said, because of the daughters of Zion are haughty. Can't tell them nothing. Them black women. Can't tell them nothing. They'll cuss you out in a minute. He said, because they are haughty. Walked around with stretched forth necks. You know, walk around stretching their neck, popping their hand, smacking their fingers, licking their tongue, all that and stuff, all right? And wanting the eyes. I can have any and every man I want. Wanting the eyes. See something, you got to have it. He say, walking and mincing as they go, making a tinkling with their feet. He say, therefore, Yahuwah will smelt the scab, the crown of your head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahuwah will discover the secret parts. So why you think your edges can't grow? And you got to wear weave, and you bald headed, and because you putting perms in your hair. You won't be like your oppressor. See, this good hair, right here, this good hair. This so-called holy hair, this nappy hair everybody thinks so bad. No, this is good hair. The original way you wear your hair. No chemicals, none of that in this hair. Natural. Look like a tree. These roots come from that tree. And when that sun hit this crown right here, it do something to it. Y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm one of the most hated men on this earth. Sure is. People ain't got to tell you they hate you. You can feel the hate and see the hate. But I thank Yahuwah and I Barak Yahuwah for people who talk about me, people who mistreat me, people who down me, people can't understand, you know what I'm saying, what I'm doing with this manuscript. I thank him, you know what I'm saying, for keeping you asleep. Because if you sleep, you dead. But Hebrew mean you crossed over from death to life. That's what Hebrew mean. All right. I'm a Nazarene. I'm a Nazarite. I'm Yahudah. I'm not Israel. You know, I'm a watchman. I'm a king. I'm a Torah teacher. I'm a Bible thumping man. And I've been doing it 8 years for free. So just imagine if I was getting paid like them lying pastors getting paid. And when people don't want to see you prosper and shine and grow, they won't get behind you. They won't support you. Because they don't want to see you doing better than them. You see, crabs in the bucket. The best thing ever happened to me is getting out of Mississippi. Away from around them crabs. You know, you same color as me. But when I walk by you, you puffing up at me. I don't like that nigga right there. You know, but see somebody else and you like him. And we growed up and pulled up together. But all of a sudden, now you don't like me no more. And we the same color, you my brother. Because of some damn gang. Some Crip, some Blood, some Vice Lord. Some demonic forces. Got your minds gone, got you down there. Beating your people up. Killing your people up. Downgrading your women. And the children learning from us. The Bible say train up a child the right way to go. And when he get old, he won't depart from it. You see, my earthly daddy didn't know what I know. Nobody in my family know what I know but me. He chose me out of my family. He chose take one out of a household and two out of a city. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10. And I'm finna deal with all you women say you don't need no man and all that too. Jeremiah chapter 10. Because the man don't get no credit down here. We're going to stop at Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. He say, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahuwah, fear Elohim, who y'all call God, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. So if you saying you're a man and you ain't keeping these commandments, how is you a man? Barak Yahuwah. Now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10, brothers and sisters. I don't do this for play. I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for loves on Facebook. I don't do this for Facebook. I do this to be a light to the Hebrews, which is the Negroes, and the Gentiles, which is these other nations that don't know the Father. I ain't condemning nobody. I ain't better than nobody. Like I say, I barely got clothes to put on my back. You know what I'm saying? Barely got shoes to put on my feet. If you see my condition, you'd be like, man, what? Who he serving? You know, you'll be laughing at me and humiliating me because I don't got much on this earth in the physical thing, in the physical form. But in the spiritual form, oh, I'm rich. I'm rich because my Father's rich. So when you connected to the spiritual realm, guess what? What you bound in heaven, that's what you bound on earth. What you lose on earth, you lose in heaven. My Bible say, he who saves souls is wise. Them church houses on Sunday ain't saved not one soul for the Most High. Because they ain't teaching you the commandments. They ain't teaching you what food to eat. They ain't teaching you about the Sabbath day. They ain't teaching you to obey the commandments. He said if we love him, John 14 and 15, keep his commandments. He said these are two greatest commandments in the books. All right. Love Yahuwah, Elohim, with all your mind, body, soul, and your heart. That's the first and great commandment. The second commandment, namely, unto it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And your neighbor is anybody around to you because you got to be an example and be a light to people. So how can you be mean to somebody that you got to be a light to? Barak Yahuwah. Jeremiah chapter 10. He say, hear you the word which Yahuwah speak unto you. See, this Yahuwah speaking. Can you hear the Father's voice? He say his sheep hear his voice and another voice they would not listen to. So when I get in this manuscript, guess whose voice I'm speaking? I'm speaking Yahuwah and Yahusha's voice, not my own voice. Because you see what it say? Hear you the word that Yahuwah speak unto you, O house of Yerushalayim. This said Yahuwah, learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because they always want a sign. The heathens, the Gentiles, the other nations. For the heathen are dismayed at them, for the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the workman of the hands with the workman of the axe. They deck it with silver, with gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree. What that sound like to you? A Christmas tree, right? Nimrod's penis. All right? But they speak not. They need be born. They cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither can they do good. What can that Christmas tree say to you? Is what he's saying. But when you go down there and buy that Christmas tree, guess what you're doing? You serving another deity and you don't know what you serving. That's Nimrod's birthday. That's Tammuz's birthday, weeping Tammuz. Research what I'm telling you. Semiramis, his mama. Say he had sex with his mama. Incest. And then then the Son so-called gave birth to a demigod. We in hell on earth. He cast us out of our state and brought us down here to hell. And we was born in darkness. But now we see the marvelous light of Yahuwah. And we got his love back. So whoever cling on to Yahuwah, his elect, his elder son, they going to Zion with us, and we going to treat them how we get treated. They going to be able to sit at the table and eat with us. See, this ain't none of that hate doctrine. This ain't no racist doctrine. This is a righteous doctrine. This ain't a color doctrine. All right. Let's jump down to Jeremiah 10 and 10. But Yahuwah is true. He is the true Elohim. He is the living Elohim, an everlasting king. And his wrath, the earth shall tremble, and nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. This shall you say unto them, the gods that have not made heavens and earth, even they perish from the earth, from under these heavens. See, Yahuwah created everything. He omnipresent. So he's saying the gods, letting you know there's some more demons and devils down here amongst us. Verse 12. He had made the earth by his power. He had established the world by his wisdom, and stretched out of heaven by his discretion. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in heavens, and he caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He made lightnings with rain. He bring forth the wind out of his treasures. But every man is brutish in his own knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. He's talking about that cobblestone. He's talking about that cross. It ain't no breath and life in that stuff. Talking about them statues. Your church house. What can your church house say to you? Go up in there and just see something to the church and see, do it, speak back. It ain't no life in that place. Graven images, molten image. Speak to the Christmas tree. Speak to the Easter egg. It ain't no life in that stuff. Go out there and speak to an Easter bunny. Go speak to a bunny and see, do it talk back to you. So you can't teach people nothing because they've been indoctrinated. And this is the way we've been doing it since Granny taught us, and we going to stick with Granny tradition. Well, guess what, Granny? I love you, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Dad, I love you. Hey, you're wrong. Mama, I love you, but you taught me wrong. I had to come back and teach them, and they didn't want to be taught. But when I was of the world, smoking crack, gang banging, messing with all them women, stealing and breaking in folks' house and doing all that wicked stuff, guess what? I was the stuff then. But as soon as I get over here on the good side, I say, you know what? I don't want to fight you no more. I don't want to shed no blood because blood's your life. I can forgive you and say, I don't want no problem. Actually, who will forgive you and work on you? I need my hand to make money, provide for my family, and go to work on somebody's job. I can't survive and live off the Bible like most people doing. You see, I can't get paid for this like most people doing. So I got to go to work. And like I say, I've been doing this 8 years, not to baptize. I say about 8 or 9 souls for Yahuwah down here. Planting, dipping them in the water, in the river, the lake, or the ocean. Not no swimming pool and not some church house. I do it the way Yehukanan the Emerger done it. I do it the way Yahuwah taught me how to do it. I ain't doing nothing on my own. I know I'm anointed. I know I'm ordained. And I know I'm full of fire. And I know I'm well hated by way more people than I'm loved and liked by. It be the main people say, I love you, Judah, or Yahudah. Be the main people hate your ox guts. And you'll get more love from sinners who don't believe in Yahuwah. They'll see more light in you and good in you than your own kind and your own people. So why get mad when you go off into these other nations and these other nations start helping you, start growing you? You see what I'm saying? That's Yahuwah. It's people in JC, Jesus' name, that got good hearts. I ain't kicking against no name. If that's what they want to believe in, that's them. I teach you who and Yahushua. That ain't going to stop me from talking to nobody. I ain't trying to control nobody. I ain't trying to beat nobody up. I ain't trying to go against nobody or talk down on nobody. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I had to become dirt and let Yahuwah walk on me so I can worship him. He is my potter. I'm his clay. I used to be a seed, but he grew me into a righteous tree planted by him. I don't get the recognition I get. I don't get the support that I'm supposed to be getting. And I damn sure don't get the respect that I earn. But these men who sit in church and lie on Sunday, they make it hard for men like me who really got it, who really got the keys to unlock this manuscript. The whole truth, the old and new go together, line up on line, precept on precept. Here a little, there a little. This book say the same thing. If you with somebody in this book contradicting itself, they lying to you. If somebody tell you to eat pork and shrimp and crabs and lobster, they trying to kill you. Why you think you got high blood pressure? You got gout. You around here acting like animals. Because it's the food that you putting in your mind and let off a chemical balance in your mind. I eat the creative food. I eat what the Bible tells me to eat, and I do what the Bible tells me to eat over any man or any woman or any child. I got to show other people how to eat. I got to show other people how to love. I got to show other people Yahuwah ways and Yahushua's ways. It's my job to turn people back to the Father and to the Son. Don't worship me and don't follow me. But if he put it on your heart to help and send something to his ministry, I'll pray to Yahuwah. I'm not asking for nothing because he gave it to me for free. I ain't making merchandise of my people. I'm not trying to sell my people his word. No. I didn't get nothing. I ain't got nothing off. I ain't gained nothing from his word. But life, love, and liberty. I'm rich in the spiritual realm. Okay? Yahuwah's servants ain't got much. They poor people. They needy people. But they honorable. Them the main one down here fighting people. I ain't got their own house. I ain't got a vehicle. Barely got somewhere to lay their head. You hear me? Them the men Yahuwah with, the men and women Yahuwah with, because he done taught them how to love. He'll knock you all the way down. Where you used to having money, have it going on, he'll knock you down when you ain't got nothing. Then you'll be in your, then when that leaves, you'll really see who your help come from. If you need money to be happy, you ain't got Yahuwah. If you need this earthly realm to be happy, you ain't got Yahuwah joy. Because Yahuwah make you happy when you ain't got no money. When you ain't got stuff your flesh wants you to have. Yahuwah will come through and he will grant you what you need for your spiritual being, the inner man, the inner woman. People look good on the outside. That's how they trick you and deceive you. But it's the inner man and the inner woman that Yahuwah look at, which is your spiritual heart, your spiritual mind. Out of the mouth, the heart speak, mean out of the mouth, the thoughts of your mind comes out your mouth. And as you speak it, as a man speak and think it, or as a woman speak and think, that's the condition they gonna stay in. Hell is a state of mind and a condition as well. This Bible brings you out of hell spiritually. That's why Yahuwah say they overcome them by the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. They overcome them by the love of Yahuwah. Because the world, this is what the world call hate love. The world think fighting, hollering, and strifing and all that stuff is love. That ain't no love. That's the work of the devil. This love, look, forgive, mercy, compassion, grace, truth, wisdom, righteousness, temperance, faith, meekness, long-suffering with all mankind. That's Yahuwah's spirit. I hate it for you brood vipers. I say you brood vipers who want to call the white man the devil. I don't teach that doctrine. You could be calling somebody who really got that man Ruach a devil. Like they done Yahushua. He got a devil on him. Because he went to casting out devils, they called Yahushua HaMashiach a devil. And they spoke blasphemer of Yahushua HaMashiach. See, when you go to speaking evil of somebody with this man's spirit, you speak blaspheme. So be careful with your mouth. Because I probably done it. But I ask you to forgive me and work on me. Creating me a clean heart. Show me how to do this here. Show me how to be strong for my people. Show me how to be strong for my family, Yahuwah. I can't do this on my own, Abba Yah. I'm all yours, Yahuwah. I submit to you, Abba Yah. And what is man to Yahuwah? What is a woman to Yahuwah? None but smoke in his nostrils. So if you ain't got Yahuwah, you ain't got nothing. And that's a promise. If you ain't got Yahuwah, you ain't got nothing. The man's supposed to be the head. The man's supposed to be showing his wife and his children how to walk upright with Yahuwah. Come up out of them church houses and teach your own family the Bible. Because you love your family. That preacher don't love your family. Lying to your mama, lying to your grandma, and he got them sick and come up here and say, come tell me your wrongdoing and let me set up a prayer. And the Bible say, he who turn his ear from the commandments of the Most High, he must your prayers abomination. So it's little poor wretched men like me got to pray for nations of people. And ask Yahuwah to work on them and forgive them and have mercy on them. You see, that's my blessing. Not no money, not some house, you know, but trying to walk on streets of gold with some pearly gates at. Trying to reign with Yahuwah when he come down here to earth and build his kingdom, because it ain't no rapture going on. No, his kingdom already in the earth. They walking, they talking, and they done woke up worldwide. The truth done spread it. I'm not no Christian. I ain't no dummy. I'm not a Kirky. Christian mean you're a dummy. You don't know nothing. Look up Christianity. Look up the Hebrews. Look up Yahudah. Look up Yerushalayim. Look up Israel. Look up Judah. You will see who you is, so-called black man. You will see who you is, so-called black woman. You will see who you is, so-called white man, which is Yafet, which is our brothers and our sisters. Yafet and them. Yes, they is. Too much hate down here in the earth. Ham, my brother. Esau, my brother. Yafet, my brother. I don't hate them people. I hate what they done, though. Barak Yahuwah. Halal Yahuwah. Shabbat Yahuwah. Todah Abba Yah. Now, let's go over here and deal with these sisters. All right, we're going to start at Titus chapter 2. You saying you're a woman. Yeah, let's see what type of woman you is. Either you're a daughter of Sarah, a daughter of Yahuwah, or you're a daughter of your earthly father and your earthly mama. You are Adam and Eve. If you're born of Adam and Eve, you still got sin in you. If you're born of Yahuwah, Yahusha, that means you're born from above. Let me find Titus chapter 2. There you go. I don't even must go to the index no more. I go straight to it. Boom, he lead me there. Titus chapter 2. For you sisters, right? Who say you don't need no man. You like to holler at your man. Don't want to study the Bible with your man. Don't want to seek Yahuwah with your man. You all about this worldly stuff with your man. And to you men, who the same way with your woman, it's our job. If the man got water in him, the woman got to have some water in her. It's the man's job to pour Yahuwah wisdom in the woman. The man is supposed to be the preacher to his own woman. Priest of his own castle. And I don't care, woman, if you move a man in your house, that man still supposed to have some type of thought in that home. It's supposed to be some type of structure, some type of order biblically going on in that home. But you got these women that move man in and say, well, hey, the man's supposed to provide the shelter. He's supposed to provide all this and that and other. A lot of men can't because they going through time of Jacob trouble in this hour about this truth. These honorable men. But guess what? In our Father's house is many mansions. He don't do no credit check. You know what Yahuwah join, can't nobody separate. You know? What Yahuwah join, can't nobody separate. So just imagine how many relationships that you got in and got separated. And you know why it got separated? Because it wasn't built off the foundation of Yahuwah. It wasn't built off the Besorah Yahushua Mashiach. It was built off lust, pride, greed, sex, material stuff. And when that stuff run away, you'll really see how people acting, because you're supposed to act that way with Yahuwah when you ain't got none of that stuff, because he's a spiritual being. That's why he say, be in the world, but not of the world. Don't love the things in the world. The lukewarm and the cold, he gonna spit them out. So Titus chapter 2. Now let's see, because this is to make your house be ran like it is in heaven. As it is in Shamayim, so shall it be on earth, right? Yahuwah run his house with his word. You should run Yahuwah's house with his word. That's how we're supposed to run our homes, which is our bodies. Well, he's supposed to be dwelling and living at. Yeah, got to make wise choices, Ken. You right about that, man. Man. I done been deceived so many times by women. Say they got Yahuwah's Ruach, and when I get there, be breathing dragons. I'll be on the street out in the homeless shelter because I'm about my father's business and I'm about his order. And I don't have nothing to hide. If I can please Yahuwah and Yahusha and go to work on the job and please my boss, man, why can't I please a woman? Is what I keep asking Yahuwah. You know? A queen know how to talk to a king. A lioness can handle a lion. A little girl can't handle a grown man. A little boy can't handle a grown woman. No. A lot of people, they think they grown and they adults, but they still got baby minds. They ain't got no wisdom. They ain't got no knowledge or understanding of Yahuwah in them. So they gonna act like children. They gonna talk like children. They go through things of the world. Gonna contradict the Bible. But everybody say, oh, I got the Ruach because you say you a Hebrew, you a Shebrew, or you a Gentile being grafted in. Everybody got the Ruach. But the Bible say we supposed to be teaching the Gentiles that we must graft them in. But a lot of these Gentiles want to go against the main people who got to graft them in. They think they better than we is. Talking about these other nations. The Gentiles been butchering up the Bible for over 400 years. I see you, sister, and I'm a king. Sure am. I know I'm a king, a righteous king, you know. So, Titus chapter 2. But speak you the things which become sound doctrine. That's the Torah, the commandments, and the testimony. That's sound doctrine, not tradition of men and fables. That the aged man be sober. Sober mean love. Grave, temperance, sound in the faith, amunah, and charity. Charity mean love again. And patience, right? See, this a commandment. Verse 3, the aged woman, likewise, that they be in good behavior, not hollering at the men, not wanting to put the man out on the street, not wanting to study the Bible, not wanting to study with the man and chase Yahuwah with the man, because the man is the head. See, a wise woman, that's all she'll do is grab a man's hand and let that man lead. She ain't talking back to the man. She ain't going back and forth with the man. If she's speaking to that man, she's speaking wisdom to that man because she know that man need to hear that word. And that woman need to hear that word. That's Yahuwah house. Don't you want to be where the praise is nonstop? Don't nobody see no wrong in nobody? It's the Ruach flowing, the love flowing, nonstop. Ain't that's where you want to be at? That's Yahuwah house. Well, ain't nobody bigger and better than nobody else. We all equal. We all his children. Ain't that's where you want to be at? Well, don't nobody see no wrong in you? Well, you want to correct me out of love with the scriptures? Prove all things with the manuscript. Ain't that what he command us? But see, when it's hard to please people, they gonna always see wrong in you, flaws in you. That's what Satan do. He can't wait for you to do wrong. Then he holds on to your past, and all he can do is use your past on you. And you'd be like, man, Yahuwah forgave me for that. How you gonna hold on to something Yahuwah forgave me for? And that's why people can't grow, because they hold on to their past. And their bodies, their temple ain't built up off this word. They ain't ate on this word enough. Some people gonna get taken out. Some people gonna get taken, gonna get killed. You know why? Because they ain't rooted. They ain't grounded in the truth. So Satan gonna take them, because he gonna get in their minds. You know? He said that verse 3, that the aged woman likewise they be in behavior, as becoming being set apart, holiness, not false accusers, woman, not giving it too much wine. That's spiritual and physical. Teachers of good things. What is good things? You can show another woman how to be obedient to her man and be chaste keepers at home. But if you can't keep no man, how you going to show another woman how to keep her man? You see, we got an image to uphold down here. I know a lot of y'all probably don't care how you make Yahuwah look down here, but I care how I make Yahuwah look down here. I got an image to uphold. And I don't need Yahuwah to say, hey, you were down there, Judah. When you were down there on the ground, you were down there, you were making me look bad. You ain't even want to tell the people about me. because you was in your feelings, worried about what they was going to say. You see, somebody who love their people going to tell their people the truth and go try to put them on board of this ship and bring them to Zion with them. Because we getting up out of this land sooner or later. That sky going to crack at any given time. We don't know when. He going to be a black man. Look like us. He ain't going to be white with silky hair. He going to have hair like this right here, a beard. He going to have a long stick. His eyes going to be red. And he going to be mad as an alligator with a toothache about his people. He going to be mad about his people. And when I say his people, I ain't talking about color. It's enough bull crap going on down here in this earth for us to be hating somebody who got blood in them. Want to fight and beat people up. Get you some money. If I got a brick, you got a brick, he got a brick, we put our bricks together, we can build an empire. But you'll have somebody who's selfish, want to try to keep a brick. Oh, no, I can't put my brick on them. That's one thing I can say about the white man. Him and his brother, they ain't got to like each other. But guess what? They'll get them a business together and make them some money. When it comes to a Negro, a black man, and fall out with their brother, oh, man, tell me something. You can't stand that brother. Don't want no more dealing to do with that brother. You see? But that's your brother. The white man, Japheth, he your brother. Esau, he your brother. Ham, he your brother. So when Yahuwah say don't hate your brothers, why would you hate them? Because that's what you was taught. See, when you love somebody, they call you weak. I don't run around with my chest swelled up, want to fight people and stuff like that. No, that's the old me. I want him to stay asleep. I want him to stay dead. I want Rip Long Way Unchained. I want him to stay dead. I don't want him to wake up, because if he wake up, it's gonna be hell on wheels. So I want, and look, I got tears in my eyes about that, because I want him to stay asleep. I want Long Way to stay asleep. Yehuda need to stay living. So when people used to your old ways, that's what they like. But when you leave all that bullshit alone and you become a man and you do things as a man, when you be like, nah, little daddy, man, I ain't gonna co-sign for you to do wrong, man. Go to school. Go get you a job. Make something out your life, man. Get off them streets, man. The streets don't care about nobody, man. Get you some money. I don't care if you selling weed or selling crack, whatever you doing to make you some money. If they don't want to hire you on no job, you got to feed your family. They selling drugs. They selling people pills, Lortabs and Xanax and all that type of stuff. They selling that. They ain't locking them up. We ain't got no boats bringing that stuff over here. But they'll lock us up because we feeding our family, trying to put some food on our table and call us drug dealers. Just give us a name. You know, they'll call us refugees in a minute. And we really Yahuda. We really the Hebrews, the chosen people of this book. We ain't black, we ain't African, and we sure ain't American. We got two strikes. The black folks, so-called Negroes. We got two strikes. The color of our skin, and we're in a land that ain't much ours. We're in a land of our captivity. And people running around here like they straight, like they got it going on. Why you think they can shoot you and get away with murder? The police came. Why you think somebody can lie on you and you go to court and you get locked up for it? And you ain't got to be the none there, but that's all it takes is a witness. And the Bible say don't lie on your neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself. But what I want to go tell on somebody who doing wrong for. Hey, Mr. Officer, he over there selling weed. But I won't do that to that brother for. That brother got a family to feed, man. That sister might got a family to feed, man. They could be felons or something. They can't get no job. That's all they know. If you can grow it, you can sow it. If you can go out there and grow you some weed on your land, you can sell it. That's what the Bible say. But man to get mad and lock you up because he can't make no taxes off your money, but sell you a bottle of alcohol, and every time you crack a seal on the alcohol, he making $5 off you because you just cracked the seal. But they don't lock you up for going to buy alcohol. But those are spirits too. Eat your liver, graveyard dead. Those are demons when you drink that alcohol. They don't tell people the truth. Look it up in Hebrew. What does alcohol mean? If you don't know anything, look it up in Hebrew. All right. Verse 4. That they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children, to be discreet, chase keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband, that the word of Yahuwah be not blasphemed. Watch this, because he finna command the man too now. Verse 6, young men, likewise, exhort to be sober-minded in all things, showing yourself prepared to good works and doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned. Sound speech that cannot be condemned. Sound speech that cannot be condemned. That he that is of contrary report may be ashamed, having nothing evil to say about you. Man, the Bible say when a man ways pleases Yahuwah, he'll make his enemies, he must have shalom with you. All right. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I love Yahuwah order. I love order. And I ain't going to sit up there and lie to nobody on this word right here. But let me tell you what I will lie about. I lie to keep my brothers and sisters out of trouble. I won't turn them over to the government because Yahuwah command me not to. That's why Rahab the harlot got saved, because she gave the message a place to stay. You see? When you help his people, he'll help you. He say, they that Barak, Yahudah, Yarushalim, he gonna Barak them. If they curse us, they going to hell. You see how he got it set up? But they Baraking the wrong people. Them Khazars over there and that fake them Israelites, them Jewish people, and them synagogues, they not us. We supposed to be teaching them. We know his secrets. He give us the information. He done raised us back up in these last days to do what we doing right now, to be a light to the Hebrews and all these other nations. I ain't condemning nobody. Nobody. Nobody at all. Come on, get aboard this ark before the door closed. They called Noah crazy until it started raining and flooding. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. If you're a man, you need to be getting your house in order. If you're a woman, you need to be getting your house in order. We're in our last days. Yahuwah order. And where there's no order, people fall. Where there's no counsel, people fall. Love is correction, brothers and sisters. If I'm wrong, correct me. Don't just let me do what I want to do. You see me on here going against Yahuwah. Let me know. I can stand the correction. And well, forgive me, Yahuwah. I ain't know no better, but you put that brother right there to correct me. Or you put that sister right there to correct me. And the woman got a right to correct the brother if she bringing scriptures. Oh, yes, she do. She got a role too. The man and the woman got a role down here. Okay? We all got spiritual gifts down here, brothers and sisters. Where you at, 1 Corinthians? 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Yeah. All right. I'm going to break this down real plain and simple on layman's term for people that don't know. You know, we're going to deal with head coverings while we going through this too. So this 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and 1. He say, be you followers of me, as I am also of a Mashiach. This Paul speaking. Apostle Shaul speaking. All right. Now, I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinance as I delivered them unto you, because he taught Torah. But people go over here and Paul writing and can't understand what Paul was saying. How about Paul wasn't teaching the Torah? Now you lying on Paul. Paul was a Roman citizen staying in Rome. He wasn't a Roman. He said, they Hebrews, so am I. They Israelites, so am I. All right. He must the scripture say in Acts somewhere that Yahushua HaMashiach, he spoke to them in the Hebrew tongue, in the Yahudi tongue. It wasn't Greek. It wasn't Roman. This man spoke Hebrew, Yahudi. And they'll tell you don't learn Hebrew. Oh, yes, you better learn Hebrew, because that's the original language. I know a little bit. I don't know it all. All right. But I know I can read this Bible and put some Hebrew stuff back in it. All praise to Yahuwah. We're going to continue. He said, but I would have you to know that the head of every man is Yahushua HaMashiach, not your woman, not your mama, not your earthly daddy, not your children. The scriptures. So be mad with him. His word don't go back void. And the head of the woman is the man. This order right here. This proper order. Go back to the garden. That's what happened to Adam and Eve. The woman rebelled against the man. Because of the woman, we come into this stuff. Because she couldn't keep her ears closed. Want to give ear to the devil. She didn't just eat some fruit. She believed the lies Satan said. Well, if you eat this, you ain't going to surely die. After Yahuwah said, well, if you do this, you going to die. Don't eat off this tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Because that's the tree of the world. Eat off the tree of life. Barak Yahuwah. And the head of a Mashiach is Yahuwah. Let's stop right there for a minute. How many times have you heard a woman say, I don't need no man. I don't want to be with you no more. I hate you. Or how many times have you heard a man tell a woman, well, look, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm going to go find me somebody else. Just making people out of whores. Just whoring themselves out. That ain't Yahuwah's doctrine. This Yahuwah's doctrine. And it's forever. When Yahuwah joins somebody, it's the devil do your part. Forever. It ain't no separation. Because can't nobody separate you from his love. Barak Yahuwah. Verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. You know what he mean by that? If Yahuwah Yahusha is not the head of the man, this is the first step. How the man gonna be the head of somebody of a home? I say if Yahuwah and Yahusha is not govern that man and the head of that man, how that man gonna call himself a head or a king or a preacher or a reverend or anything got to do with Yahuwah? He must be anointed. He must be ordained. He must be full of the Ruach HaKodesh of Yahuwah to do anything for Yahuwah. He must baptize, Mukbah Tabalah, to emerge somebody. You got to be anointed and ordained and set apart. All right? But every woman that prayeth or prophesied with her head uncovered, that's under her head, meaning she ain't got no man. Because the man covered the woman's shame. My beard covered my shame. This beard covered my shame. The man covered the woman's shame, and the woman must be covered from cradle to grave, must have a man. If she ain't got a man, she must be a part of an assembly, being taught this word by a man. Or if it's some women that's teaching sisters, and they teaching upright, they can be taught by that woman. And that's my thing. I think a woman should be taught by a woman if she ain't part of no assembly. A righteous woman who ain't going to be trying to separate and divide and use the Bible to control people. But this say Yahuwah and Yahusha. And it's a lot of sisters. He raised up a lot of sisters, Hebrews and Gentiles. They on here, putting in work for the kingdom. And shouts out to my Goyim brothers and my Goyim sisters. Shouts out to my Hamite brothers and my Hamite sisters. Shouts out to my Esau brothers and my Esau sisters. Shouts out to y'all. Yehuda don't hate you. It's all love for you, baby. And I mean that. All right. For that it's even all one if she was shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her be shorn. But if she be ashamed for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much is the image of Yahuwah. But the woman is the image of the man. When he say cover your head, from right here to right here is your head. So he don't want you covering your face because you in the image of him. And the woman is in the esteem of the man. That's why he say when the woman and the man come together, they one body. They one flesh. Let's go into Ephesians and see what the master say about this. The book of Ephesians chapter 5. And I'm not talking about nobody, brothers and sisters. I ain't better than nobody else. I'm just a minister on Yahuwah and Yahusha's behalf. That's it. A poor, wretched man. And you talking about humility. You talking about humility. A man in homeless shelters, having to sleep in the woods and abandoned houses, being chased around the town, being hated, being mistreated. I'm telling you, I tell you my testimony, you be like, man, I've been through some stuff, brothers and sisters. My walk ain't been easy. That's all I'm seeking for is some love, Yahuwah love. That's it. And that's in the woman. That's what I'm seeking, his love. That's what I need in this hour, love. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be hated from nobody. I don't need no hate because I love my damn self. And I love other people too. You know, I can know how to go to the hood. I can go to the hood and kick it with the, with the gang bangers and won't offend them. Blend right in with them. What up, cuz? What up, little homie? Blend right in with them. Wherever I go, I can blend in and get active with them. Don't care where I go. I can go to jail, go to prison. I'm going to blend in, get active with them. All right. Ephesians chapter 5. We're going to start at 22. He say, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah. See, submit. That means when a man asks a woman to do something, she's supposed to do what that man asks her to do. That's a submissive and obedient woman. Just like when Yahuwah commands us to do something, we do it. When a woman asks a man to do something, he do it. That's agreeing. Submit means to agree. That's what submit means. For the husband is the head of the wife. He say for the husband, which is the man, he is the head of the wife. The man can be homeless. He's still somebody's head. She can move the man up in the house. He's still a head. He's still a king. Because there's scriptures. Like I say, it's a lot of Hebrews in the homeless shelters from wicked women. How Satan come in people's lives and he get rid of people. Yahuwah don't do people like that. It's a lot of women messed up right now because of deceitful men. But I don't let how the last person do me dictate how I'm going to love the next person. I'm going to love the next person stronger. Because if you can love, it covers a multitude of sins. Fear and love different. Perfect love casts out fear. Fear brings torment. Fear is of the devil. You see? Even as a Mashiach, he is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church, which is the man, his assembly, is subject to Hamashiach, so that the wives, which is the woman, be to their own husband in everything. That's hard for a lot of y'all to do. A lot of y'all just doing your own thing, and the Bible ain't even much backing you up, and that's dangerous. You playing Russian roulette. A lot of you men doing the same thing. Women tell me I'm too loud. I yell a lot. I holler a lot. When something going wrong, I got to blow my trumpet and warn people. It don't be me. It be Yahuwah Ruach. Because he love people. He ain't got no pleasure in nobody dying. Period. I'm in the soul saving business. I care about people's salvation. I don't care about how they look. I don't care about their nice house, about their vehicle, what type of job they got, what type of clothes they wearing. I'm looking at the inside. Barak Yahuwah. All right. Husband, love your wives. See, this is a commandment. Yahuwah command the man. So if the man or the woman don't keep the commandment, they ain't going to love you. They're going to be lusting after you. They're going to be full of pride, envy, hate, seducers, As a Mashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. Meaning the man's supposed to lay his life down for his wife if he have to. The man must lay his life down for his family if he have to, because that's what Yahushua HaMashiach did for his church. Laid his life down. And I ain't scared to die. I'm really not scared to die. Barak Yahuwah. Okay. We just, letting the Ruach guide and lead. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3. It say, likewise, wives, being subjected to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may be without the words warned by the conversation of the wife. But they while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Chaste conversation is you speaking smooth thing to your man. You ain't hollering at your man with chaste conversation. You speaking wisdom to your man. So they be looking at your woman like, man, she's speaking wisdom to that brother. Man, where this woman come from? I ain't never seen no woman like this right here, because you speaking Yahuwah word, speaking them pearls to the man. That's chaste conversation. Whose adorning, let it be not the outward adorning, is plaiting the hair and wearing of gold or putting on a pearl. He said, don't let it be the outside of the body. All right. Don't let that be your adorning, the outside of the body. All right. But let it be the hidden man of the mind, talking about the inside, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahuwah of a great price. But if you're a preacher, you can't be quiet, because you got to get his word out. Because you got a ministering spirit. It's shut up in your bones like fire. So you can't be quiet about this here. You got to get it out there so other people can hear. If you don't do that, then Yahuwah going to get you. Verse 5. For after this manner, I'm in Shalakia. Yeah, for after this manner, in the old time, the holy woman, see, Sarah, Susanna, Ruth, Yahudi, Esther, in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband. They didn't telling the man, I don't want to be with you no more. Fuck you, motherfucking, all this type of stuff. They weren't talking to the man like that. But that's Jezebel talking. That's Babylon talking when they talk to a man like that. Anytime a woman rebel against any man, she rebelling against Yahuwah. For real. For real. Watch this right here. Even as Sarah obeyed. See? Abraham calling him master, calling him Adonai, whose daughters you are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, you husbands, dwell with them to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, for she is the weaker vessel. But a lot of these women want to run the man and rule the man. The man can't teach him wisdom. He can't teach him the Bible. You can try to lead him to the water, but you can't make him drink. Barak Yahuwah. He say, likewise, verse 7, you husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor to the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together, one body, one mind, one accord, one ruach, the same spiritual food, the same spiritual drink, like it was in the Torah. Barak Yahuwah. Being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Woo. How many of y'all sisters can say y'all got y'all a real y'all Bible thumping man in y'all house? How many of y'all sisters can say, hey, my husband baptized me? How many of y'all can say that? I finally got me somebody I can chase Yahuwah with. I can ask him anything about Yahuwah. He be ready to talk about Yahuwah. How many of y'all brothers can say y'all got y'all a Yah-fearing woman who chasing Yahuwah with y'all, been in Yahuwah's house with y'all, which is our whole will to do down here on this earth. As it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. But we know Satan like division. And he already mad in the last days, so good. He loves separation. He like to be by himself. Yahuwah ordained a woman for the man. Okay? To help the man, not rule and run and have authority over man, but to do things together as helpmates, not slave mates. Play some praise music, and I'm going to come back to 1 Peter 3, and we're going to start at 8. Because you're going to suffer for doing good. You're going to suffer for doing good. And people going, when you start suffering, don't think you sinning. Because, hey, the righteous going to barely make it into the kingdom. So like Yahushua HaMashiach suffered, we going to suffer. So play some praise music. Just hold on 1 minute. Beloved Daoud, Barak Yahuwah, Halal Yahuwah.
It's your favorite eye. no pretendo. My mind goody, who that peeping in my window? I'm fully loaded with the script about to spend,
I'm rolling down and there where the wind goes. I'm on the road with the righteous, yeah, I'm one-sided. I'm on the with Yahuwah cause I'm one-sided. Two-faced hater brother cause I'm one-sided.
I'm only sticking with the law, yeah, I'm one-sided. Yahuwah got the scene up before a local level. I love the transparent type, not the slobber puzzle. Always going for the win, trying to beat the buzzer. Before I learned to hold my weight, I had to feel the struggle. Feeble hands, I done felt that type of way before. A wish sandwich, I done had the type of day before. Hey, I'll be who I have my heart, I had to take a oath. Got me sliding on these devils like I'm making soap. When they think I'm against the ropes, I hit the rope a dope. Associated with the lamb, I don't know a goat. Main target is the kingdom, keep it in the scope. I seen the shaded from the aftermath in the scope. Ooh, baby, hot pan, need some oven mitts. Hot straight up out the furnace, but I wasn't crisp. Yahuwah fire had to learn to embody that. Big man on my plate, I eat a lot of that. Alright, let me hear that thing, Key.
Don't worry about the sound. Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, don't worry about it. Put a something up in there if you can hear me. Put a something up in there if you can hear me. Put a something up in there if you can hear me. All right. Barak Yahuwah. All right. So this 1 Peter 3:8. Finally, be you all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brothers and sisters. Be pitiful, be courteous, not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing, but contrariwise Baruch, knowing that you are therefore called, that you should inherit a Baruch, a Barakatah, a blessing. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile, no smooth saying, and no cherry picking. Let him also hate evil and do good. Let him seek shalom and sue it. For the eyes of Yahuwah are over the righteous. He say, for the eyes of Yahuwah, they over the righteous. He say the eyes of Yahuwah, they over the righteous. Barak Yahuwah, that's who our help come from. He's our rock, our shield, our tower, our stronghold, our fortress, our healer, our comforter. He's our salvation. He's our life. He's our liberty. Yahuwah is. But the face of Yahuwah is against them that do evil. Oh, he's talking about with his word. If they don't keep the commandments of this book, they evil. And they don't know they evil. And that's what Yahuwah said in his word. Okay? Verse 13. And who is he that will harm you? Who is he that want to fight you and beat you up and hurt you and harm you? But a devil or a demon. And if you be followers of that which is good, but if you suffer for righteousness' sake, happy is you. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, but sanctify Yahuwah, Aluah, in your minds, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. And having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of an evildoer, they may be ashamed that falsely accused of your good conversation in the Mashiach. For it is better if they will, Verse 17, for it is better if the will of Yahuwah be so, that you suffer well for doing good than for evil doing. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. See, you're going to go through some stuff. It ain't going to always be easy for you down here. And Yahuwah going to test you and see how you going to act when he start taking some stuff from you. He going to see, is you going to turn back to him or you going to continue to chase the world? All right. Verse 18. For Hamashiach also have once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to Yahuwah, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Ruach, by which also he went and preached unto the Ruachs in prison, talking about the demons in prison, which sometime were disobedient, when once the long suffering of Yahuwah waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was being prepared, wherein through that was 8 souls were saved by water. Only 8 souls were saved in the day of Noah. He say, only a few shall find it. A few. That ain't a lot of people gonna be saved. A few. 1 out of a city and 2 out of a household. And this is my passion right here. My passion, brothers and sisters, is cooking good kosher food and preaching the Bible. Reading, that's my passion. And loving people, putting a smile on people's face. Sometimes I can get a little bit, how could I say, a little bit grouchy at times, because I have a lot on my mind. I see people dead, dying, walking dead, so it do something to me and my spirit. And I be like, well, what can I do to try to, open their eyes up? And when you go try and talk to a Christian, first thing they do, they want to debate you. They want to fight you. Not my Jesus. What have Jesus done for you over 400 years? Huh? What have God done for you for over 400 years? What has the Lord done for you for over 400 years? What have your church, what type of condition have your church left you in over 400 years? Your church you go to. What type of condition is your preacher in? That's the first step you need to be asking. Is this man really a man of Yah? Does he teach the commandments? Because the Bible says if they don't teach the Torah and the testimony, don't even must receive them in your home now. That's scriptures. That's scriptures. That's why I'm hated. Because I stand on what's right. And I stood up. He said, who's going to stand up for me against these wicked people in this last generation? Well, I'm standing up against it. You're supposed to stand up against it too. Had to heat my coffee up. And when you get in a relationship or a marriage, don't let nobody come between you and your woman. Don't let nobody come between you. And woman, don't let nobody come between you and your man. That's childish. Ain't no love in that stuff. Verse 21, like the figure whereunto even baptism doeth also not save us, not putting away the filth of the flesh, but an answer of a good conscience toward Yahuwah. So you need to be baptized. Barak Yahuwah. Matter of fact, let's go here and deal with that real quick. We're going to start at Matthew chapter 3, I want to say. Yeah, Matthew chapter 3 and 13. Let's see what the master say about being baptized. In the name of Yahuwah, Yahusha, and of the Ruach HaKodesh. Not just Yahusha. You can get merged in Yahusha if you want to. That's you. But I merge people in the name of Yahuwah, Yahusha, and of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Father, Son, and the Ruach. I know their name. All right. Now, Matthew 3 and 13. Then come Yahusha from Galilee to the Jordan unto Yehukanan to be emerged of him. But Yehukanan forbid him, saying, I got no need to emerge of you, and you come to me, Hamashiach. And Hamashiach answered unto him and said, suffer it to be so now. For do this, for it become us to fulfill all righteousness. Then he baptized him, right? And when he emerged, Yahushua went straightway out of the water. And lo, Shammai was opened unto him. And he saw the Ruach of Yahuwah descending like a dove. How many of y'all done seen a bird, a big old white bird, looking like a dove and flapping? How many of y'all done seen that big white bird? It looked like a dove, but it ain't a dove. It's bigger than a dove. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. You don't hear what I'm saying. The Ruach gonna hit you. You can be driving your car, the Ruach will hit you. You can be in your home, the Ruach will hit you. You can be at work, and the Ruach will hit you and quicken you. You can be in the store, and the Ruach will quicken you and hit you. This ain't that church house stuff. This a everyday, this a full-time job, walking and working with Yahuwah. And for somebody to work for Yahuwah, that's the most important job any man or woman can have, working for his kingdom. All right. Let's go to Matthew 28. Matthew 28. And verse 18. And Yahushua came and spoke unto them, saying, all power is given unto him, and Shamaim and Oretz, heaven and earth. Go you therefore and teach all nations, not just the Hebrews. This man say teach all nations, immersing them in the name of the Father. Who is the Father? Yahuwah. And of the being, Yaqid. Who is the Yaqid? The Son, Yahusha. And of the set apart Spirit, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, teaching them to observe the commandments in the Besorah, what he have commanded us. And lo, he with us always, even unto the end of the world. Barak Yahuwah. Let's go to Mark 16 and 16. Mark 16 and 16. If you in JC name, you got to go back to the water again. And that's a promise. Because Jesus mean earth pig. Jesus is Greek, like a slave ship drove by Captain Hawkins. Like Amazing Grace. That ain't my master. I don't look like no Caucasian with silky hair. Now, my Bible tell me angels, messengers got bronze skin. They brown people. People of color. All through this manuscript. It's who he was using in the manuscript. And I ain't racist. I'm righteous. Like I say. The main people the people hate is going to be the main people need one day. He'll make your enemies become your footstool. The main people that hate you and say they'll never need you again, it'll be the main people running back needing you for this truth. And by that time, it's going to be too late because the book going to be closed up. No, I don't know nothing. You got to go over there and get some oil. You know, his bride had made herself ready and going to stay ready to keep from getting ready. Barak Yahuwah, Mark 16 and 16. And what a righteous man is, the whole house can be saved, just like it was in the day of Noah. Everybody wasn't upright in that house, in the ark with Noah. Sure wasn't. How you think the demons came over here? Because one of them women had demons on them in that ark. That's how they got over here. One of them women in that ark had unclean spirits on them. And that's how they got over here after the flood. But that's just how merciful and gracious Yahuwah is, to let them come on aboard and come on with us. But if you don't do right, I'm going to take you out. I don't want him to take his life from me. I don't want him to take the count away from me. I got to stay lit. Mark 16 and 15. And he said unto them, go into all the world and preach the Besorah to every creature. They that believe and is baptized shall be saved. But they that believe not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In Yahuwah's name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. If they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. If somebody say, hey, can you come pray for me? And you lay hands on them, and you anoint it, and they got faith, Yahuwah forgive their sins, and he'll heal them. Yahu Rapha will. Acts 2:38 say, repent, therefore, be emerged, every last one of you, in the name of Yahuwah, Yahushua of the Ruach HaKodesh, for the forgiveness of your sins. And then you shall receive the gift of the set apart spirit. For the promise is unto you, to your family, even to many, all who Yahuwah, Aluah may call and exhort. Romans chapter 6 tells us about the death, burial, and resurrection. And you can read Luke chapter 4 to see when Satan tempts Yahuwah. See, Satan tempt you. Yahuwah don't tempt no man, but he teaches us how to avoid temptation. I know if I'm in a relationship or I'm married and another woman coming trying to mess with me, I'm already know she a witch or she one of Satan demons. Same thing with you women. If you married somebody getting in your DM, your inbox, trying to get with you, That's the devil. If you're in a relationship with somebody from your past coming back, messing with you, that's the devil, because Satan is your past. That's all he can use on us is our past. And that's scripture. But Yahuwah forgave us for all that. When we went in the war and got... See, that's the thing about you and Yahushua. Once you go to Yahuwah and Yahuwah, please forgive me, Abba Yah, and have mercy on me. And Yahushua HaMashiach's blood. In his name, I plead, Abba Yah. Have mercy on me and work on me, Yahuwah. I know I ain't worthy of doing this here on my own, Yahuwah. So I'm all yours, Yahuwah. And I thank you, Abba Yah. Watch what Yahuwah do for you. That's the type of relationship that we all must have with Yahuwah. Like he right here with us right now. We talking to Yahuwah. He omnipresent. Don't think because you can't see him, he can't hear you. Don't think because you can't see him, he can't see you. Don't think because you can't see him in the house, he's not around now. You will have so many messages around you, it'll be pathetic. And you only got to, you'll be the only one to see it because your eyes are anointed to see it. How brother said in the Bible, he said, man, look at all these soldiers out here. And the brother said, no, bro, look around us. Look at all these angels around us. It's more of us than them. He said one man can make how many flee? And two can make how many flee? It ain't the man that's making them flee, but it's the messengers around that man that's making them flee. Boy. Barak Yahuwah. That's all for the day, brothers and sisters. I got to upload this on my YouTube account for the Most High. And may Yahuwah Barak you, keep you, and bring you shalom. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name. May he remove any demon, any negative spirit, any complaining spirit, any type of demonic force, any type of demonic attack. May he bind it and send it back to the pits of Sheol and Yahushua HaMashiach's blood. May Yahuwah Rapha come across the four corners of a Rex and do his healing for the sick and shut in. May Yahuwah pour his Ruach Ahava, his Ruach of love, and the people that need his love in these last days, brothers and sisters, because without love, we won't even much see his kingdom. If you hate anybody, you going to hell. For real. That ain't my word. That's the master's word. So this is the house, the Hakal, the Ba'it of Yahuwah and Yahusha's assembly. And I'm elder, big Ak. I'm a little man, but I'm a big Ak. Yehuda, Yeshua, Yahuwah, Mississippi tree at that. I thank Yahuwah for putting people in my life. I thank Yahuwah for taking people out of my life. And that's all for today, brothers and sisters. Until next time, hope you've been edified. And shalom.